chat's not working. Why not? Okay. Oh, there it goes. Yay. Okay, Facebook. Business page. Good morning, Marie Pucci. How are you? Just give me one moment, dear. I'm just starting to get my stuff together. I'm waking up here, trying to get it all together. Sorry, one moment, dear. Okay. I'm sharing it to my timeline first. How are you guys? Thank you for sharing, Marie. Hi, Tracy Day Dugdale. Good morning. Good morning, Karen. How are you? I need to bitch for a minute. So lately, I have been going outside with my out to the front yard with my dogs because I have a big front yard that I mow, and I've been raking it and keeping it clean. And it's also easier for me to find the dogs where they go to the bathroom, right? And I clean it up. So it's easier, especially in the winter time, because then I'm not walking through the backyard, which is kind of filled with leaves and rocks and weirdness, and I end up potentially stepping in dog poop. So, and it's also really buggy back there because it's very shaded. So this morning, I've been picking up poop by the front door every day, like, and I'm not by the front door, but like around the corner from the front door on the lawn, and I've been thinking that it's one of my dogs. And this morning, I come in here to do the forecast, and I have the window open, and I'm burning incense and listening to my music. And lo and behold, my neighbor's dog is right below here in the area where I've been picking up the poop. So I go outside and the dog's on a leash, but there's no one to be found. Like my neighbor's around the corner down the street, coming around the corner with her other dog on a leash, holding the leash. And then there's a black poodle with them, and they're walking their dogs through the neighborhood. And I've asked this neighbor before because this dog used to chase I had another cat when I lived here before moving to Mexico that used to chase and tree my cat all the time. And I used to ask her, please keep your dog off my property if he's going to chase my cat like that, because it's not cool. My cat's not over on your yard. And I don't walk my dogs by her house. And it just kind of galls me. And she was like, sorry, I'll walk the other way. And I'm like, I'm not asking you to walk the other way. I'm just saying, if your dog's on a leash, hold on to the leash and keep your dog from pooping in my yard. It's like common courtesy, isn't it? I don't know. Anyways, I'm a little bit, to be honest, I'm a little bit over poop right now. Sven is still not better, just to give you guys a bit of an update. Sven is still pooping in the house. This morning he pooped on the rug in front of his cat box. Yesterday, after cleaning the yard, I was raking pine needles. He pooped in the bed on my comforter, and it was very diarrhea based, let's say, just wet. So I'm taking Sven back to the vet today. I don't know what to do for this cat. It's driving me nuts. And then having my neighbor and all these dogs tramping through my front yard. It's like, this is not Disneyland. I live on a corner lot. I get it that you need to walk your dogs, but you need to walk your dogs in front of your house. Let your dog shit in front of your house. You know? Like, I'm sorry. People are just kind of it galls me to no end what people think is acceptable. Anyways, just give me one moment as I'm sharing out to groups. To be honest, I normally would, I do care, but I wouldn't be this upset if I wasn't worried about Sven. I'm kind of at a crossroads with this whole cat situation. I'm really having a hard time figuring out what to do. And so I'm afraid that if Sven can't get better, this morning he had diarrhea everywhere. So I am like at a loss of what to do. I'm hoping that I can get some insight from the vet, but I'm also afraid that whatever he's got going on could be making the other animals sick at some point. I don't want to think about that, but it's a possibility. So, anyways, let me continue to share to groups. Just give me one moment, guys, and then we'll get to the forecast. I hope you guys are well. I hope you had a good night. Um, I had a great night. I felt good. I made a delicious dinner. I made pork chops and sweet potatoes, baked sweet potatoes. So it's quite good. But this morning, I don't know. It didn't help too that I like wake up first thing this morning, trying to get ready, knowing that I've got to take the cat to the vet, and the cat is like sitting there right in front of me, just taking a poop right on the rug. I'm like, oh kitten, and right in front, and like facing, mind you, looking at his cat box while he's doing it. And I don't think he's doing it to be mean. It's not about that. I think he can't hold it, and so he just goes. And I don't know what to do for him. He's on a stool hardener, like an Endazorb stuff, to try and firm up his stool. Anyways, I need to not think this morning about cat poop and dog poop, but it seems to be the theme this morning. I just can't believe my neighbor lets her dog run wild on my. I don't even walk my dogs near her house. It just galls me to no end that my neighbor would do that and not even have her dog be out of eye shot, like out of eye distance. She's around the corner where these two dogs are running free in my yard, and she can't even see them. She's not even being responsible for her own pets. It's like, come on, lady. I don't. And I said to her, I'm like, I don't walk my dogs in front of your house. Like, I don't get it. And it's early in the morning. She just assumes nobody's paying attention, so she's letting her dog shit wherever, so she doesn't have to pick it up at her house. I bring my dogs out into the front yard now just so it's easier because I can pick it up as they poop versus a pile up of poops. If I let them in the backyard, I'm too lazy. I don't go and get it, and then it piles up, and then there's poop everywhere. Anyways, whatever. Why am I talking about poop this morning? Guys, this is the life of a psychic. I'm no different than any of you guys, just so you know. I'm just as goofy. Just as, not that I'm saying y'all are goofy, but I'm just as, like, without answers at half the time. I mean, love to my neighbor, right? I know she doesn't mean any harm by it, but it's just carelessness. It's just carelessness and unneeded, to be honest. On a lighter note, or on a better note, yesterday's weekly forecast got quite a few views on Facebook. I was really surprised. It got something like over 500 views, which I was really like, whoa, what's going on there? So if you guys are sharing this out, or if somebody shared it out yesterday, thank you very much to those of you that shared it out. Thank you very much to those of you that watched it. Thank you very much to those that liked the business page and maybe tuned in today. Let me see here. One second. I'm just finishing this up. All right, I'm going to leave Ducky to do reading exchange and the other one. Okay, so I'm all shared. Sorry, let me look at some of these comments. Rose says a different vet question mark. I could try a different vet, I think, but I trust my vet, and I've actually had my vet has like five different vets there, and Sven has seen three of them. He's seen the owner this last time, and the owner is the one that I feel the most confident in, I guess. So I'm going back for a recheck appointment with him, and I'm also taking Ingemar because I want both cats to be seen by the vet. He's a good vet, and so I want him to check both cats. I want to make sure that they're not transferring something back and forth between each other, and maybe that's why Sven's not getting better. I don't know. Because I gave them both dewormer at the same time, and they were both on the Khaleesi medicine when they had the eye thing, but together. But Sven has been on antibiotics separate from Ingemar. So if Ingemar's got what Sven's got and he's given it back to him, that might explain why Sven's not getting better. But nobody can tell me what this poor cat has. That's the frustrating part. So both of them are going today, and both of them are going to get like a thorough checkout. It's also possible, these are lake cats. They were from the SPCA. Sven might have had some weird experience coming off of his mother too young. He might have some sort of immunity deficiency. Who the hell knows? He was a tiny little kitty when I got him. So Ingemar was a bit older, but I don't know. It could be something that's inexplicable. I don't know. I'm just sort of, it's been well over a week now. It's been since I got back, and it might have been going on prior to me getting back, and my mom just didn't notice it. So, Elaine says, agreed, second opinions are always good. I can try that. I don't, I'm going to go see this other doctor. Good morning, Tammy. I asked Rose. Rose asks any info about the rest of the litter. I asked, and they don't seem to know. They couldn't even tell me how old Sven was when I adopted him. They said he was around 6 weeks. So to me, that's, I don't know, kind of young, but I don't know what is acceptable. So I am, going. It's funny too because he took a big old crap on the floor this morning, and then he came over and wanted love, and it just makes me sad because I'm like, part of me's angry at him because he's not getting better. It's not that I'm angry at him, but I just don't want a cat that poops all over the house. I can't deal with that. Like it's a lot. And so, especially when it's like in your bed and you finding it when you're climbing into bed, or it's on the new couch, these are things where, and then I've got three dogs that could potentially be eating it if I'm not finding it before they do. It's just, anyways, I want to let it all go for now. I'm going to go see the vet today. I'm going to talk to the vet about my concerns, and hopefully I can find some answers with this situation. If not, I'm going to go to the SPCA and ask about, bring Sven there, show them to him, show my bills. I've spent $400 in the last week on my credit card. In the last 10 days, I've spent $400, not counting today's visit, in trying to figure out what's wrong with this cat. And so um, today will be a recheck appointment, which will help a little bit, but it's going to cost me probably another $100. And it's like, I, I don't know. Ugh. It's disheartening because yesterday when I found it on the bedspread, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. I washed the bedspread, I put the bed back together, I go to bed, I'm feeling okay about the whole thing. Sven seems to be presenting as fine or whatever. He runs around here with Ingemar all the time. Like in the mornings, they have their morning sort of play fest. And then he's pooping on the rug, and it's like with diarrhea, and I just don't know. I don't know. I wonder if it was a mistake getting him. I mean, now I'm attached to him, but it's like I can't afford to have a cat that is getting sick, that is sick, and that could potentially get, my dog sick. I don't know. Anyways, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to talk about it. I'm just going to go to the vet and talk to the vet. Yeah, Rose says, let's be positive that clarity is the solution for Sven. I agree, Rose, and I have prayed 8 different ways from Sunday for the clarity for Sven and for the healing for Sven, and I have stepped out of the way. and I've just administered the medicines without much of an outcome. Sven continues to get sick, so I'm not sure. Sven is, pooping where Sven pleases. And I don't think it's a bad thing. Like, I don't think he's been doing it intentionally, but I do think that it is something he cannot control. And so I don't know what that means. Yeah. Thank you, Ducky, for the healing prayers. I know, Tammy, everybody's told me that it could be the antibiotics making him sick. I get that. But he was sick prior to me putting him on antibiotics. So not much has changed. The diarrhea situation has been ongoing since I got home from New York. And it might have, like I said, it might have been going before I got home from New York, and my mom just didn't notice it. So, all right, let's do our breathing exercises, please. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'm going to have to make a decision aside from what everybody else thinks. I would actually appreciate it if everybody pulls their energy back from Sven. And just, if you want to give Sven some love or prayers, ask your angels or your spirit guides to send love and energy to Sven. Or healing for Sven. Ask your God for healing for Sven. That's all I ask. I don't want you guys getting all caught up and worried about him. He's got enough worry probably coming from me as his father. So let's do our 3 breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth, deep into the belly. We're going to hold at the top of the breath, allowing oxygen to permeate our bloodstream and our brain, bringing us into this present moment. Be conscious of your body. Bring your awareness back to your body, as comfortable as easy as that may feel. You don't have to full on force it. If it doesn't feel comfortable, you don't have to, but if you can, attempt to, okay? So let's just do that, and as we're releasing those breaths, remember to sort of expand that light within our body, allow that light to go wherever it needs to go, allow that light to heal whatever it needs to heal, exhale any stale or negative energy, which I certainly probably need to do this morning after finding my neighbor's dog in my yard, and just keep emanating that light, being grateful to the body, the mind, and the spirit, okay? So let's join me in that now if you'd like. Let's take in a deep breath and hold. Emanate that light, let it spread throughout your body, and release. Thanking the body, seeing it in perfect health, allowing it to know how to heal itself, knowing that it has its own knowledge and intricacies that can heal itself. Let's take in that second breath and hold. Emanate that light, spread it wherever it needs to go, out to the sides of your shoulders, down to the tips of your fingers, down to the tips of your toes, and release. Thanking the mind. Even when it's doubtful and full of worry, it's still a blessed tool and gift that we are given to enjoy. Sending it love and healing. And let's take in that third breath. And hold. Emanate that light all the way to the top of your head, out into your crown chakra, out past your body, into your aura. And release. Thanking the Spirit for its guidance, knowledge, expertise, love, all of the gifts that are within the Spirit that we may be aware of or not even aware of yet, but knowing that they're there and being grateful for them. Connecting to our spirit and reminding ourselves that our spirit is always with us, and being in gratitude for that. Okay, let's open our eyes. Good morning, Bessie Vogel. Welcome to October 21st, Monday morning. Monday. All right, let me shuffle the cards. I'm going to ask Spirit for a card for this morning, Monday, the 21st of October, 2019, for those of us that are watching right now. Those of us that may tune in later. Karishma Ladkat asks, when will I meet my soulmate? Thanks. Karishma, this is actually a live daily forecast. This is not personal readings for people. If you're looking to meet your soulmate, I'd maybe get off of Facebook and go outside into the world. How's that? Does that sound good? You could try that. Maybe join a group, a social function that you enjoy. So you might meet somebody there that enjoys that sort of function or that sort of activity. And that might at least give you guys common interest. And that might greaten your chances to find your soulmate. But asking a stranger on Facebook while they're doing a daily forecast for a large group of people probably isn't the best way or time. So you might want to try getting off of Facebook and going out into the world and looking around, being open to it, praying to your angels and asking, when will I meet my soulmate? See what the angels tell you. Are you ready for your soulmate? Do you love yourself enough that you're ready to have somebody else come in? Do you love yourself at a soul level? Do you understand yourself so much at a soul level that you can appreciate somebody to come in at a soulmate level? Those are just thoughts that I have. Those aren't necessarily reads, Krishna. Those are just thoughts. Good mornings, Michaela. How are you? Karishma now asks, when will I start my earnings? Probably when you stop asking questions of strangers on Facebook and being sort of somewhat rude by thinking it's appropriate for you to just jump in and ask questions about your own personal self. Maybe when you get out of yourself, do some meditation, help another, your earnings might start to come in. There you go, Krishna. Now, if you'd like to wait for the daily forecast, I'm actually shuffling cards for everyone. This may apply to you, it may not. But my name is Engelgeist and this is Engelgeist. Thank you for tuning into my channel. You can like my business page. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Hit the bell if you want to be notified the next time I go live. Good morning, Anne. It's okay. We haven't gotten to the cards yet. We're shuffling right now. So we just did the breathing work. And I've complained a little bit. All right, let's see what the card is for today. Or maybe a lot bit. I don't know. You know, interesting. All right, I'm going to switch the card around. So today's card is the hare, which to me this signifies fertility, like right out of the gate, like hares are symbols of fertility. But this also feels about like fast moving energy. This feels about, you know, the thing is like moving quickly. For some reason, I feel like this is about us making leaps and bounds today, getting things done and moving quickly. Some of you are going to be fearful though. There's a fearfulness or a skittishness that I feel like with this energy. It might be quick decisions, decisions made out of sort of split second sort of decisions being made today. That sort of a thing. I would say try and stay, my feeling with this card is trying to stay grounded. Try and look at the multitude of ideas. That's where the fertility comes in. Like if you have a couple of different paths or avenues where you can go down, maybe keep that in mind. If you are trying to make a decision about something, I would say look at all the different avenues before choosing a path to go down, because whatever path you will go down today, it will move quickly and it will be it'll sort of be set, if that makes sense. That's the feeling that I'm getting there. What else do I want to say about this? The hair also, to me, the thing that I'm hearing right now is it's definitely a part of nature. So I think for some of us, it might be nice to go out and be in nature today, connect with nature and the natural world around us. Um, hey, Linda Massa, good morning. You know, connect, ground, connect to that, and look for signs and symbols or information from the sort of environment around us, the natural world around us. It might give us insight into our situation or answers that we need. But uh, there's a, I want to say there's like an almost an impulsivity to this card. It's because he's hopping forward. Just be aware uh, that any decisions today, really, I would say think them through and um, don't, aha, I get it now, okay. Because the hair is like sort of jumping, don't jump to conclusions. So be careful. I don't know why I'm feeling this way. Maybe this is more for me than anybody else, but it's saying like be careful about making any decisions today. Don't make them out of fear or out of worry. That you're fertile with many ideas or many different options. Weigh them all, ground yourself, ground your energy, connect to nature, and you'll be able to make a clear, decisive decision. Hares are very intelligent animals, I think. I think that rabbits can be very intelligent animals and know sort of when, um, not danger, but when sort of, when to act and react. And so their sensitivities are high. Let's say that, okay? And so we might be at a heightened sensitivity, a heightened awareness today. Utilize that awareness to benefit ourselves. Don't utilize that awareness to sort of feed our fear. Does that make sense? So that is your card for today. Let's go to the Strange Girls affirmation deck and see what's going on there. Okay, Spirit, can I get another card to build on this hair card? I feel like some of you, as I look at this hair card, it's a good day for the launching of new ideas this week. That's the fertility aspect. Also that jumping off point in which I look at the rabbit and he's jumping off. Just be, those of you that might be in sort of more of a lower vibration or fear-based, doubtful, similar to me, like where I am at with this situation with Sven, I would say my information for me, and I'm just applying this to myself, but utilizing it as an example for those of you that might be feeling doubtful about a situation yourselves, is don't make any sudden moves, is kind of what I'm hearing. Um, you know, weigh out all of your options first. There are many, hence that fertility aspect that can work out. Okay, so that's what I'm hearing. I don't know if that's for anybody else that's going to watch this at any point in time, but I definitely can take that for myself. And so I'm sharing that with you guys and using myself as an example. The thing is I feel like this too. There's a thing, and this is either positive or negative. Whichever direction we decide to hop forward with the hair, whatever decision we decide to make in that sort of split second quick thinking, we will move forward in a quick manner. You know, the hair does not move slowly. It's not like, you know, say the tortoise. It's not methodical. It will move quickly. So be aware of which direction we're moving in, why, and how it feels is key. If it feels good and positive and it feels like sort of well thought through, then go for it. If it feels like it's fear-based, doubtful, or you're just doing it to sort of rip the band-aid off, so to speak, think about it a little bit more. There might be other options. The fertility aspect of the hair card comes in and says to look at, like, slow down and look at everything, all the possibilities. All right, let's see what the Strange Girls affirmation deck has. Slide that over. I love this. True serenity comes from knowing your own strength. So again, the hare to me doesn't feel like a very, I wouldn't associate a hare with a very strong animal, but I think that there is strength in the hare's ability to move quickly, to make quick, decisive decisions, and the fertility with which the hare has, right? Those are its strengths. So true serenity comes from knowing your own strength. So try and settle into that serenity today when making these decisions, so that when you're making these decisions from a place of serenity and knowing your own strength, your decisions are going to be more solid, right? They're going to be more grounded. They're going to be more realistic or stronger. And as you move forward this week, it may move quickly, and that will be a good thing. But you want to have it coming from a place of, say, serenity, your own strength, have it be sort of your idea or your information, not necessarily, what somebody else needs from you. Does that make sense? Remember too, we had that bread card from yesterday, which was all about sort of nourishment and patience. And to me, this hair card feels like maybe we might want to give up on that patience a little bit, and just fire off into the week and start heading out into the week. I feel like there is the fertility aspect of this hair card is saying, be aware of all of the options first before making a decision, okay? And know your own strength, and find that serenity first before sort of taking that leap into the week. Because whichever direction you decide to take that leap, you will move towards it, and you will move quickly with like sort of agility and a speed to it. Does that make sense? So I'm going to pull a grounding stone for us for today. The grounding stone today is believe. So this is the idea that you want to ground into. Wow, why did that camera go? There we go. Um, the grounding stone this morning is believe. I think this is about not only belief in, whatever it is we're working on, whatever it is we're doing, but it's also belief in ourselves, right? Like believe in ourselves, believe in our strength, believe in, find that serenity within ourselves from our own strength. Think about what it is we can handle, how it is we do achieve, how it is we do go through our lives, and the things that we have dealt with. Think about the things that have been struggles, maybe, or things that we've looked at in the past and been like, shit, that sucked. I can't believe they did that to me. But remember that you're still alive, that you've survived it, that you've gotten even beyond it, that you're living a life past it, right? And so the hair energy to me feels like we have those sort of extra sensory perception skills to keep ourselves out of trouble. We also have that ability to move quickly and with agility and speed, but be aware that there might be many options, okay? Remember to believe in yourself. Remember to know that you are strong and that you have got this. Nourish yourself. Be patient. Believe also has an amount of patience, like that I feel like assists with it, right? To create true belief or to truly believe in something, it may take a minute. Allow yourself that. Get comfortable with expressing that part of yourself, or knowing that part of yourself. Finding that like sort of that serenity that we see here in this card, and that strength, and then moving forward. That might be later in the day today, but be patient with yourself. I still like you keep getting pulled back to that bread card. I want you guys to nourish yourself, and that's the underpinning energy of the first few days of this week, right? So we want to come from this place of patience and awareness, which is the hair, but um, be mindful of all of the avenues, and be mindful of all of the opportunities. Be mindful of whichever direction we do decide to go in. We might find ourselves moving rather quickly in our own strength, and in as long as we believe in that. Okay? So I'm going to call that. Hey, Earth Angel. Welcome. I love your name. Please hit the subscribe button and stay with us. I think that's a beautiful name. So that is today's weekly forecast. I mean, not weekly, daily forecast for today. Remember, we have We had the bread, we had the cartwheel, and we had the viper. And also, I've got to say this too, that cartwheel is some of that fast moving energy by midweek. This hair is the beginning of that. Now that I think about it, the hair energy is a little bit about starting to pick up the pace, starting to look around, going like, okay, what do I want? How do I want it? What am I going to do? But like not making any decisions out of fear or insecurity, okay? Some of you, okay? Not everybody's going to be that way. I'm just saying there are some of you, there is a nervousness or a ultra sensitivity to the hair. I feel like that we want, those of you that might be feeling like doubtful or out of, nerves making a decision, slow down, breathe, find that serenity in your own strength. Know that, believe in yourself. Know that you have the ability to handle whatever's on your plate or whatever decisions you need to make. And if you need an extra day to make that decision, give it to yourself. You know, allow yourself that opportunity. Okay? Remember, it's all just energy. It can all be changed as long as we find gratitude for whatever situation we are in. And so, if we can find that gratitude, we can shift whatever the situation may be. So if we are doubtful or nervous or feeling, you know, not threatened, but like worried that we might make the wrong decision in that hair energy, that nervous energy, um, we can find our serenity and from knowing our own strength and being grateful for the gifts that we do have and acknowledging those gifts and sort of feeding those gifts, that our awareness of those gifts, putting our attention on those gifts, and then setting our intention from using those gifts, right? A lot of us have a multitude of experiences that have taught us how strong we are, yet we tend to hold them, myself included, in a way where they hold us back when we're not acknowledging them for, we're going, oh my god, that was such a miserable situation, I can't believe I had to go through that. But you know what, you actually went through it, you survived it, you're stronger. Like, look at it from a point of strength versus a point of suffering, right? Because no matter what, it's something that's in the past, you've already been through it. So, and you're still here to talk about it. So embrace the strength, right? Embrace the serenity that comes from knowing your own strength, and go out through your day in belief in yourself. All right, here's a little sage for you guys, a little like cyber sage. And I will see you guys in the morning for the next forecast. Those of you that are new to me, please hit the subscribe button if you liked what you've heard. Please go back if you came in late and rewatch the video once it posts to YouTube. You can also like the business page. On Wednesdays and Friday nights at 7:30 Central, I do live charming events with free card pulls for individuals in between. So charmings are $25. I also do personal readings with the cards, not necessarily this deck, but I do personal readings over the phone or Facebook video. Those are available to you. And also, it is the Christmas season is coming upon us. If you want to gift a reading to somebody, you can certainly do that. Just message me at the business page and I can explain that to you. But please like, share, subscribe. I'm trying to build my YouTube channel and get the word out there. And I hope that this helps you guys today. Go out and believe in yourself. I am going to try and do the same. And I will see you all tomorrow. Bye bye.